All right, let us know when you guys can see us so we can start.
I can't see a thing. I wonder where my glasses might be. Right there. Ooh, ooh. Because when we're up close, I need them.
It's not showing us live over here.
Hmm.
And it's showing 0 here.
Oh. Zuby.
Oh, there we are.
Hmm.
Hey, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing good.
Yes. Hopefully.
We're having a little bit of technical issues. It didn't want to load. It was being silly tonight. All right, so let's see who all is in here. We got Miss Braun.
Hi, Braun.
Braun. Oh.
Oh.
Now the mouse is working tonight.
Oh.
Braun says, yay. Hi, first. Woohoo. Hi, Rob and Sarah.
Hi. Yay. It's always good to be first.
Put the cheaters on. There's Ashley, an old school.
Oh.
Good to see you, Ashley.
Yep.
And there's Miss Alone says hi to Ashley and Braun.
Hi,
Hope you're
my
both
dear
doing well.
Alone.
And there's PTL Fabrication. Now it's not working to work.
Oh, no.
It says hello from Southwest Pennsylvania. Good to see you.
Southwest Pennsylvania.
Yep. And
I
there's,
lived in South Central for a while at State College.
yep. And there's Follow Alaska. Good to see you. And there's probably Miss Lynn.
Ah. Okay. I can't read who's over there.
See here, Ashley's saying I have an old car. Like to see run. I'd like to see run again, right? Old cars, good to see run again. Alone says some of the cars that I drove as a teenager were old cars that I restored. 65 T-Birds, 65 Mustangs, 70 F-150. Love old cars. Yep.
Old cars.
Definitely. Don't have all the computer issues with them like they have nowadays.
I had a T-Bird. I don't remember the year, but it was robin's egg blue, very pretty. My next car was more my own. I didn't have to share it with my mom, and it was a Rambler. It was not pretty.
No.
And when he went over 50, the hood popped up.
And this P&J's Homestead, Paula and Jason, good to see you. Says hi, Sarah and Rob. Good to see you. We can hear and see you. Yay.
Oh, yes. We have to read you. We can't see you.
Right. And there's Ira. Ira, how are you and Mom doing? I hope you're both doing really good tonight. Did you get back from your trip from Florida all right?
Hope so. Safe and happy.
Yep. Good. Ira says the Monday party begins. We are so happy to be here. Hello, Rob and Sarah and everyone else. And his flags up. That's Mac. Good to see you, Mac.
Hey, Mac.
Ronan and Sarah, huh? You change my name all the time. And there's Clint. Good to see you, Clint. And everybody's greeting one another. And there's Brooke Trout. Good to see you, Brooke Trout. And there's John Alaska.
Woohoo.
How you doing, John?
Hey, John.
Everybody's greeting one another. There's Paul Davis. Good to see you in here, Paul. Paul says, good evening, everyone. Rob and Sarah Alone. Ashley, Follow Alaska.
Wow. Good.
There's Matt's Garage. Everybody's greeting one another. And don't forget, I do skip over the chit chat in between everybody greeting everybody. If I see you come in, I will greet you. If I don't see you and I don't greet you, make sure you get on me about it. And if you have a question, give a thumbs up. Let's see if it does it. Nope, it's being temperamental tonight, so it doesn't want to do it. But if you have a question, give a couple thumbs up or say @curmudgeon, and we'll make sure that we get to your question. All right, she's greeting P&J, and there's Kim, who is aka Dog Mom 3. Hello, Rob and Sarah, and everyone in the chat.
Lovely.
Good to see everybody showing up tonight.
Yeah.
And Alone says, it is the computer issues is why I'm wanting an old truck again. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. You know, it's nothing better than beating an old distributor cap versus coil packs. And you know all about coil packs right now.
She got her truck fixed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Alone's greeting everybody that come in that she hasn't said hi to. Everybody's just chit chatting back and forth with one another. That's good to see. We
Mhm.
really like seeing everybody talking back and forth.
It is nice.
John says, I am being lazy today. It's cloudy and breezy. It's cloudy
Yes.
here too, but we haven't really
Lazy.
had no wind.
Yeah.
Even though it's been cloudy, we're actually charging pretty good on
Yes,
solar. We
yes.
get up to about 90% today. So it's kind of nice to see that we're going to have to run the generators less and less
Yes.
now.
Mhm. They're sited well
Yeah.
on the south side of the house.
And if we pick up another 6 to 8 panels, you want to keep them odd or even numbers.
Yeah, even.
We'll be able to really increase that. So this time we probably won't have to run the generator at all. And that solar power will work in clouds. You just have to have it configured properly. Yeah, Brooke Trout says, great idea with the barrel. Yep.
Oh, thank you.
We thought
We had
about
a lot of fun.
we thought about what to do with that for a while. And one of our seasonal neighbors has a big distillery in Talkeetna.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to him on the phone. He says, yep, come on down, get one. He told me the price. I went down, grabbed it up, brought it home on the train.
Yep.
It was good.
He charged the same price as the ones online, and we didn't have to pay shipping.
Yep.
So it was really good. The thing that we've got to address that gets me is the barrel is a brown, a cool brown, and the metal is silvery black. It's not silvery, but it's gray black.
Yep.
And so it's cool colors. And the burl is birch and
Spruce.
It's spruce. It's spruce and warm colors. Even the bark is warm. And
No bark.
yeah, but the live edge. The faucet is copper, and that's a warm color. So we've got to get the barrel, I think, a little warmer, and maybe the top a little cooler. I don't know. They're awkward. What'd you do?
There, I was getting a glare over my shoulder. There was something on the
No,
lens.
it's right down your face.
That's the light.
Oh,
See?
I see. Woo-hoo.
Oh, well. Sorry.
Yes, well.
Here, maybe if I, no, it's gonna
No,
work.
that doesn't happen.
All right. Well,
Oh, well.
if it annoys you guys, tell me and I'll move the lights or I'll turn them off.
Sure.
Anyway.
We'll do something with them.
Ira says, we got back last night from hectic South Florida
Oh, yeah.
and
Hectic.
thrilled to be back in the fresh air and wide spaces. I bet.
I bet. Mm-hmm.
Actually, sweet and
Hectic Wild Florida. Mm.
Brook Trout.
Mhm.
Mac, another earthquake this week, huh? Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, we had one
boy,
the
it was
other
a
day.
dandy.
I had one the other day. It was a pretty good rocker.
I was almost ready to run out of the house.
It was just up the in the parks area, Mac.
Mhm.
It was only about 30 miles away when it hit, and it was
Right.
pretty good one.
It was.
Yep. PTL fabrication says, cards are simple. Fuel, spark,
Yes.
etc. Yep, exactly. Hello, Todd Hatfield. I think you're new in here. Good to see you in here.
Nice. Todd.
I'm just clicking over all this here. Everybody's greeting everybody and P&J.
Hello.
And Alone says, yes, it was the coil packs, but all is good now. The car. Thanks.
Oh, good.
We're glad.
Yeah, it's good to have that as remote as you are.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta have, when you're living a ways
Reliable-
away, you gotta have a reliable vehicle.
transportation. Yes.
And everybody's chatting back and forth. My mouse is gonna drive me to drink. Don't mind if I do. And we have an announcement here to make here in a little bit. We'll wait until we get a little bit more people in here. We'll let you guys know. P&J's Adventure says, Rob, how's the wolf situation? Actually, there were tracks
Right.
out behind the house yesterday, but they're probably about 2 days old.
Mm-hmm.
I did see one down by the rails. Oh, when was that? Saturday. It was Saturday. I seen a lot of fresh tracks down by the train, down by the tracks.
Yep.
And I looked around for them for a little while and I couldn't track them down. It looked like it went down onto the river and went that way.
Probably. Yeah.
Sooner or later, I'll connect with one. Ira says, hi, Alone. Loved your shopping trip. Jealous when you were at the Asian market. Love that cuisine. Yes, definitely. I got to find that market.
Yep.
She says, 39 Chevy 2-door sedan. Mom's first car in my barn.
Ooh.
That's a good car.
Oh, nice.
Matt's Garage says that PTL agreed. Old are best. My 95 Impala SS is not exactly vintage, even though it's pushing 30 years old, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
And Clint says it hit 87 today down there in
Oh,
Texas.
my.
It was nice.
That's hot
Nope.
enough. That's too hot.
Alon says, how many panels are you on now, and how many kilowatts do you generate in the darkest of days of winter?
Well,
We have 6 panels, and it all depends. We have an issue with trees. I've got to be dropping some next week that block the sun. In the dead of winter, the sun is only about 2 fingers over the horizon,
Right.
and it's all trees. So I need to go out there and thin them down a lot, and then we should get a little bit better power generation. I do not have enough panels for winter generation. I get some, not enough. When it's really bright out and it's crystal clear, I might be able to get maybe 2 kilowatts a day when I have more panels. Right now, I'm lucky if I can get 500 watts in on a sunny day because of the way the trees are. But that's going to get fixed really soon.
in last summer, we hardly ran the generator at all.
Yeah, last year was great.
What was it,
From March
May?
until May, we
May.
didn't run a generator at
Right.
all. And then periodically through the summer until the rains hit.
Yeah.
Mostly, if I'm going to bake or something like that, and I'm going to use my mixer, I'll just turn the generator on just to do it, because you don't want to let them sit. You want to make sure you exercise the generators, because if they sit for a while and go to hell, and those that are, I heard something weird. Those that do run generators, the big thing you got to remember, especially on a diesel, you want to max out their ability on a regular basis. Not all the time, but on a regular basis, because with diesels, you can get wet stack, where it's just putting all the yuck up into the exhaust, and it's not burning all the fuel efficiently or cleanly. So if you run it up and get it up to full RPM and it's pushing itself, it's a wise thing to do. Even on the gas generators, you should do it on a regular basis. So when we charge our batteries at 60 amps, our inverter is drawing maybe about 2,300 watts, and our generator is good up to about 3,700 watts. So I have to find another load. So sometimes I'll put it on, and I'll run the charger at 60 amps going into the batteries, which is up there on the wattage, and I'll turn on my mixer and make something, and that brings me close to what I need to be, and I'll do that for about an hour.
We like the make something part. Me and Zeus. We're good nibblers.
P&J says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for Rob and Sarah. Thank you very much. Thank you, PJ.
Thank you.
And Follow Alaska says, bought a 68 Mustang when I was 16 for $500. It was 5 different colors, but I loved it. Those were the days, right? Back then you could get a car cheap.
Yes, you could.
Nowadays, that is not happening. The $500 deals are gone. If it's a $500 deal now, run.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you more than that for towing.
Yes, indeed.
And Clint says,
Mustang. Woohoo.
Clint says, my first vehicle was a 79 Ford 1-ton. It was a beast, right? Alone says, Follow Alaska, long gone are those days of cheap cars. Bummer, right?
Well, the income was lower then too, but still, yeah. Kids always had cars. I mean, it was not an unusual gift for a 16th birthday.
No, I mean, I bought my first car was a 1979 Mercury Zephyr wagon. That was legal for me to drive with a license, because we had farm vehicles and ag tags.
Yes.
But that was my first one. I think I paid $200 for it, and it had, I think the guy, he was trying to do something with it, and he put American racing rims on it and stuff like that. I mean, I was like, why on a station wagon? But I didn't care. The rims were worth more than I paid for the car. Let's see. Billy says, hi, Rob and Sarah. Hi, everybody. I'm late because I was caught up watching the burl on the barrel video. Not a problem, Billy. Not a problem at all. You made it.
Sweet.
Trying to get caught up on my charger.
You're stylishly late.
Yeah, Follow Alaska says to Alone, you are right. It's sad. Everybody's greeting Billy. And there's Troy. Good to see you, Troy. He says, hi, hey, Rob and Sarah, and everybody else. go over all the people greeting one another. Troy saying
Lovely.
to P&J. Yeah, we have a few days of nice weather and then it start cooling down again. Huh. Yeah, we were actually cool this morning. I meant to text Adam earlier, find out what he was. We were at 4 degrees this morning. I can only imagine what it was down in Willow and Wasilla.
Oh, it must have been cold. I think I slept through the 4
Yeah.
degrees. It
She
was
got up
like
late.
6 or 8 when I got up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Brun again. Hello, Brun.
Yes, my dear.
Billy's saying, hey, follow Alaska. Great. Caught a video of y'all's earlier. Good, good.
Yes.
Definitely support it. If there are YouTubers in here, make sure you support them.
Absolutely. All good friends.
Yep. And Brun says, hi to everybody. I'm driving, so we'll be listening, but can't type when the lights are turned green. Right?
That's
Understand?
true.
Just be careful.
Yes, be very careful. Pay attention to your first job, which is driving.
And the Suttons are talking back. Oh, nope. No, that's
Billy?
Billy saying hi to Matt. Saying, hey,
Nice.
brother.
That's garage. Nice.
Oh, he is saying hi to Troy, which is the other Sutton.
Good. Ah, nice.
And Alone says to Ira, thank you. Glad I finally found the Asian market in Anchorage. Yeah, Alone, you're
Yeah.
going to have to send me an email with where that's
Yeah,
at.
the address and the directions on how to get there.
We already know Lazy Dog. That was actually the first antique shop we found in Alaska.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we went on a spree in there.
Yep. I bought a hat thing
For making hats.
but I didn't buy the brim. It was priced as 2 pieces, which it
And they
probably
wanted,
shouldn't.
and they wanted stupid money
Yes,
for it.
crazy. But the last time I was there, I got a dulcimer. It's a little whiny,
Yeah, we showed it
But-
to you guys.
but it's fun. And it was cheap.
Yep. And Alone asks us, what is our daily kilowatt usage?
2
does not sound like a lot. No, I'm old school. I go by the amp hours. I don't really go by the kilowatts. We have quite a bit of electronics going. We
You
have
do.
things that I need to put switches on them so I can just shut them down so they don't draw power. A lot of people don't realize like a TV has a phantom
yeah.
draw. It may be for an amp, but every 4 hours it's pulling a full amp out. On the average night when we go to bed, we're close to going to bed, the batteries are say at 100%.
Mm-hmm.
By morning they're down to about maybe 85 or
Yeah.
so. So we're only using maybe 20 or 30 amps overnight, and that's mostly the refrigerator and the cell phone booster and the internet, Starlink. And then once we get up, lights go on. We use more. I'd say in any given time period, in 24-hour time period, we use about 100 amps a day. And our battery bank is 400 amps. I could probably go 2-3 days without charging. But with the lithiums, they don't care if they go up, down, up, down, up, down. But my brain is so programmed for lead acid that I just charge them every day just to keep them happy. And that's also going to prolong the life of the batteries because they have a 7,000 cycle lifespan. And that's going from 5% to 100%, back down to 5% and back up constantly 7,000 times.
It's a lot of times.
So if I don't have to do that on a daily basis, those batteries are going to last me forever.
Forever's good. They're
Hopefully.
pricey little numbers.
Knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but these ones here, if I remember, I came with a 10-year warranty on them. So if anything happens in the next 10 years,
yeah,
you know, it's all good. And
okay.
the luck
You got
we were
the
having,
paperwork, right?
yeah, it's all online. But the luck we were having with the lead acid batteries, and I'm crazy about my maintenance on the batteries.
Always.
They lasted a year and they started giving me problems. We bought some AGMs. They were used, so they didn't last that long. I used a couple of them for a few other small projects around the property. But I did recondition the other lead acid batteries, and they seem to be working okay now. But we intend to add a couple more lithium batteries here for the rental. And then when it's not being rented in the wintertime, you know, if somebody does come in, we'll bring the batteries over here for the most part. And if somebody does come in and rent, we'll bring the batteries back over there and they'll be able to use them over there. And we'll just throw 1 or 2 lithium or lead acids over there, just to have lights on and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens with it.
And
But
another thing that we have discovered and found and finally figured out is, and part of this was my fault, I'm cheap, is it pays to buy the best you can get first,
Yep.
because then you don't have to buy the best you can get later after buying something else that you wasted money on.
Yep. It's always better to buy something that's going to be good and
Really
last you for a
last
while
and be
than
good.
buying stuff that's not going to last. Or,
Mhm,
you know, the batteries we bought, the lead acid,
mhm,
that was $1,400.
mhm.
And to be dead within a year and a half,
That's a
that's no
lot of
good.
money to go out for not much.
These batteries here, these lithium that I have the EG4 LL series, 24 volt, 200 amp hours, and those ran me $1,400. By the time they were shipped, they were about $1,700.
Right.
But I don't have to buy batteries for 10 years. You know, at the rate these batteries were going, I was going to have to replace every other year.
Yeah,
At $1,400, you figure that's times 5. That's a lot of money.
it is. It
So
adds up quickly, and the hassle.
yeah, and so at this point now, we'll just start, you know, setting money aside, a couple $100 every year, and to buy batteries again in the future.
Mhm.
So what we figure we'll do is every year or two, we'll buy 2 more
Mhm.
and have them in reserve. You know, be using them. But then as the other ones start aging out, we know we've got batteries in the back waiting to go that are so good. Matt's Garage says, I would love to drive a 50-year-old American muscle car around Alaska, but it would have to be a fixer-upper with plenty of patina.
Patina, yes.
Could bear to have a nice shiny and get all beat up, right?
Right. Hmm. Yeah, the roads are,
Rough.
yeah.
And
I was going to
dusty.
say unpredictable.
And there's Ruby from Rushing Wind Mountain. Good to
Hi,
see you in here,
Ruby.
Ruby. And there's Jerry from Butler Family Farms. There we go. Hopefully you're doing good, Jerry. That was a fun live, and I do remember the secret word. So we'll see about next week.
Ooh.
Devil Dog better stay away from that pen. If you guys haven't checked out Butler Family Farm, you should.
Oh, yeah.
They're really good
They're
people.
fun.
Jerry and Susan are really, really good. And Clint says, would wind generator work? No, we don't get enough
No,
wind.
not enough, and not steady.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get enough wind. I'd say we have enough wind to run a wind generator maybe 30 days out of the year, and that's about it.
Hmm.
So wind generators are no go. I mean, because I thought the same thing when we looked at the
Right.
property. I asked about that, and they said no.
We did.
Most of the places in like Wasilla and Anchorage won't sell somebody up this way a wind generator because it's a waste of money. And I had one on the boat.
Yeah.
All I had to do is just bring it with me, and I
Right.
left it because if there's no wind, I'm not going to lug something
No.
like that up here.
It's a heavy thing. Weight.
Yep. And Jerry says, had a few things to get done. Not a problem, Jerry.
Mhm. There's always something to get
Oh, yeah.
done.
Especially on a farm.
Always something to get done.
Everybody's greeting Ruby, and Ruby's greeting everybody else. Same thing with Jerry. And P&J says, hi to Susan and Jerry about the family farms. Greeting back and forth. And Jerry says, Rob, thanks for coming to our lives. And not a problem, Jerry. I try not to miss your live at all. I'm
Right.
not always in there chatting because I'm usually doing stuff getting ready for our live, but if I hear something, I'll
Right.
come in and say something, as you see.
Mhm.
You know, it was fun the last few weeks listening to you and Susan explain how you guys met and got your property. You know, that was kind of cool to listen to. And Matt says, I'm here currently busy telling a guy to shove it after he kept trying to lowball me on something I'm selling.
Aw.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Yeah.
And Clint says 500 won't even be a down payment anymore. No, it
No,
won't.
not on
Not
much
for
of
a car.
anything. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but it's greeting one another. Ashley and John are greet folks. Let's see. P&J says to Lynn at Follow Alaska, they're all back to work or home. Please tell them hi from us.
Mhm.
And Ashley says, Clint, a battery is almost a third of that, right?
Mhm.
Oh, heck. When I bought the battery for the Ford, that was over $200. So that's about half.
Yeah.
And P&J says to Matt, AK, oh boy, hope the situation goes well, right? And Matt's Garage says, Matt K. Yep, I get that on Facebook Marketplace. People think it's a garage sale. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And there's my brother, John Hogan. Good to see you, bro.
Hey, John.
Hopefully you and Angie are doing good. And fellow Alaska sister PJ's Adventures. He's back at work. It's chow time before he heads to the mine. I think he was going to try to hop on. Oh, if he does, it's good. If not, I fully understand.
Absolutely. People have a lot to do up here.
Yeah.
And down there and over there and everywhere. Busy people.
Yep. Ira says, first car I bought on my own was a 72 Ford Gran Torino. Paid $650 for it. Nice.
Ooh,
That's a good car. Nothing wrong with the Trino. And Matt says it's why I dislike selling stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But sometimes you have to get things gone away.
Yeah. It's one thing to haggle over a price,
Yeah.
but it's another thing to be insultive or just
rude.
be a pain in the butt about it. And Jerry's dropping some links. Appreciate that, Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Everybody's greeting Hogan.
Yeah.
And there's Kevin from Tuber Chat. Kevin, it's good to see you in here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm sorry I missed the last few lives. The one I missed the other day was like 7 o'clock our time. I hadn't even had coffee yet. I'm sorry. I've got to wake up and get myself and my mind rolling. I was in early when I was like, oh no, I want to go in, but I can't.
No.
Too early. And if those that don't know Tuber Chat, you should check it out. Kevin gets a lot of different YouTubers together and you can chat back and forth. And he's got his, I think it's called the Wheel of Doom, where they spin it and he brings your channel up if you get picked and they talk about your channel. And he goes over and he tells people a little bit about what you're about from what he can read and glean and things like that. But you can also meet other YouTubers in there to, help with your watch hours and things like that. It's a really good service that Kevin offers. So if you're a tuber, make sure you check out Tuber Chat. Make sure you tell them that Sarah and Rob sent you.
Useful information.
New Sagaya. It's Seaward Drive. Okay. Thanks, John. I'll make sure you check that out when we're in town. Write that down.
What is it?
That's the Chinese restaurant.
Oh,
or the Chinese or Asian market.
What,
Sorry.
do we need to keep this?
No. I've already called on that.
Okay.
We got our taxes went up. So
Yes.
I called to find out why.
SAGOY.
AYA.
AYA.
And it's at 3700 Old Seward Drive.
Okay.
Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate you sharing that out on Reddit.
Absolutely.
Everybody's greeting Kevin.
Yep.
Let's see. Follow us, Sister John. Did my email finally come through? I went down completely yesterday, but I believe I have it working now. Oh, that's never good. And see, John says, that is the only store I miss in Anchorage. I shop there a lot. Yeah, because you don't go to Anchorage anymore, do you, John?
Right.
And Kevin's greeting everybody. Appreciate that, Kevin. And John says, yes, the email did come through. Everybody's greeting Kevin, and that Kevin's greeting them. And Brun says, I really like solar power in Oz. We have plenty of sun to run a house. Yeah, you do until it rains. Then you get a lot of rain. Yeah. But then the sun comes back up. John says, you bet to Lynn. Matt AK says, I do not even have a property and I'm jonesing for a new EG4. I know the EG4 6000 had problems. Did they ever fix that? They were having problems with it cutting in and out, stuff like that. And throwing codes. And PMJ's saying that's awesome to Brun. Kevin's greeting folks still. Brun's greeting. Everybody's just chit back and forth. That's good to see.
That's good.
Oh,
that means it's a good party.
Yep. Billy says, Curmudgeon, Alaska, even if you drain the batteries and recharge them every day, 7,000 cycles is almost 20 years, right? I think it's like 10 or 15. I can't remember the exact. unless my
But it's a
month is
good
off.
amount of time.
It's still a long, yeah, it is a long time. So, I mean, for the $2,800, $2,900, or actually, I think with shipping, all that, it's like $3,300 we have into it. It
Mhm.
was worth the investment for us. The only downfall is they don't like the cold. So somebody's always going to be here in the winter
Right.
until we get hook up an oil drip or something like that, like what we got from Adam and Phyllis.
I
And
do
then
not
we'll be all
mind
right.
staying home.
No, she don't mind it.
I went out this winter, first time in winter by
herself.
myself. And it's it was nice to see friends and I stayed with friends, but it's a little bit overrated.
We're both kind of not liking town too much.
You like each other. We
Yep.
got a good dog. What do you need?
And Ron says our solar panels are hooked to the grid system. However, whatever we don't use, the grid buys and pays us
Oh,
for the power. It's really good. They had that
that's good,
system
yeah.
here for a long time, and I don't know if it's still implemented in all places. But I know a lot of the power companies are going to get kind of pissy because they didn't want to have to pay people for it. They wanted to be paid.
Mhm.
But then when they have brownouts and stuff like that,
Yeah,
they don't want to have
they
to, take
bother with
you
it.
know,
Yeah. Be-
take responsibility for that kind of stuff.
mhm.
And there's sourdough. Good to see Alaska sourdough. It says
Okay.
to alone. Just my 2 cents with having electricity on site. I wouldn't get a full solar setup. I would get an inverter and a battery bank and solve a temporary.
Yeah.
It would solve temporary issues. Yes, it would.
Mhm.
For as much as you lose power alone, I don't think you'd really need to have solar panels. I think if you stayed on the grid and just kept them charged, you'd be fine.
Mhm.
It wouldn't be an issue at all.
Then when you are down,
It charges. When it's back up, it charges.
Yeah.
Just you got to. The big thing is sizing your inverter and your battery bank properly. That's where most people fail. Anybody's greeting sourdough. Anybody's still talking back and forth with Kevin. And Jerry says, thanks. It was a fun live. Yes, it was. Your lives are always fun, Jerry. It's not one to commute. There we go. We will see how many come back next week. Exactly. You had a fair sized crowd in there today.
Good.
And everybody's still chatting back and forth. John says he's getting a wind generator. Yeah, you're in a much windier area, John, because you're in
Yeah,
that
you are.
valley there,
Yeah.
going over the pass area, or you're going up in elevation, if I remember right. So you're gonna get the wind. It's like with Ed from Mountain Mariner, he gets plenty of wind.
He gets plenty.
So
He's up
he's
there where
fine.
there's nothing to block it.
Yep. And there's Scott from Rambling with the Brooms dropping the Butler Family Farms link.
Nice.
And 1968 sourdoughs waving at everybody. And Brooke Trout says, I'm sorry I missed your live at Butler Family Farm.
Oh,
Enjoyed the previous 2 weeks. Try and rewatch later. There you go.
yes. Sweet things.
Everybody's greeting Scott. And Scott is going crazy with the link dropping. That's good.
Woohoo. Thanks, Scott.
Appreciate it, Scott. It says, hey guys. Let's see. Brooke Trout's greeting Billy, P and J, Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. I think that's Elisa. Yep.
Mhm.
Says hi to P and J, Tuber Chat, and everybody else. Good to see you, and haven't seen you in a little bit, and haven't been on your live in a little while. And Miss Ashley saying hi to Rushing Wind, or giving Ruby a thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of links getting dropped. That's nice. That's good. Kevin's greeting more folks. Everybody's greeting, and there's Ward Adams. Good to see you, Ward. Ward is I met Ward on Sean and Alaska's lives, which I missed yesterday because I was so busy around the house. I forgot all about it. Right, Matt? Ward.
There is so much to do around here that sometimes we miss things that we don't want to miss.
Yeah. That's like with Kevin from Tuber Chat. A lot of times, if I'm outside doing stuff, if I hear the ding or something like that, if I come in, I see the announcement, I'll turn it on and I'll just be in and out listening to it.
Right.
That way, I can be in there a little bit and see what's going on, see who's new coming in.
Mhm.
But I totally missed Sean's yesterday. I guess I'm apologetic. I am a moderator for him. John
Yeah.
Alaska says the best car and most expensive I ever bought was a '68 Oldsmobile 442 for $1,500. I
Woohoo.
sold it for $2,000. Yep,
Good job.
442 is a great car.
Hmm.
Sourdough says, if your taxes went up, I'm sure it only went up a little
No,
bit.
pennies.
It was mostly
And-
the assessment on the buildings, and I was like,
Mhm.
why did it go up? Because nothing's changed. And I
Right.
called him up. She goes, well, we have to take into account the depreciation and then the market.
Right.
I'm like, well, if something depreciates, doesn't that usually mean it's going down?
Down.
He goes, well, no, the property's diminishing. The dwellings are not. The dwellings are going up. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, so you're speaking with a forked tongue here.
Yeah.
You tell me it's
Well,
doing one thing, but over here it's doing another. Which is it? So, but it didn't go up very much. The assessment, I think it went
wasn't
up
much.
about $2 or $3 grand on the buildings, and that was about it. So our
It was
taxes are
not
still
much.
not going to be going up very much. But the thing is you're just like, why? And I
Yeah.
didn't see them flying around this year because usually they'll circle the
yeah.
house a time or
Mhm.
two, just to see what's going on, take pictures. The first year we're here, we're outside doing siding, and all of a sudden this plane just circling around. I'm looking, I'm like,
Oh dear.
the hell are you?
We're putting siding on.
and next thing you know, they
But
took
we
off.
ran out, so it didn't get done anyway.
Well, no, we didn't run out. We ran out of
Oh.
stain,
Stain, yeah. Mhm.
which we got to get.
And now we've got a roof made out of old barrels
Yep.
on the chicken house.
PTL, it all depends on where you're at.
Yep.
Like where Miss Alone is, she's in an area where there are no property taxes. Our property taxes are
Right.
next to nothing because
They
we don't
are.
have any services really.
No,
We don't
no.
have fire, rescue, or anything like that. So our taxes, well, they were under about $180, but sorry guys. But
Yeah.
in other places in town, it can be like anywhere else. It can be a couple grand for some of your taxes,
Sure.
depending on where you're at.
Mhm.
Once you get into the cities and you get the higher end homes, it's going to keep going up, 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 and
Yeah.
up.
Mhm.
And Brun says hi to Tuber Chats.
Mhm.
Says I dubbed Robin Sarah sent me. Or she meant I subbed.
Oh, good. Good. Thank
John
you.
Alaska says I haven't been to Anchorage in 12 years.
Wow.
You're lucky.
Congratulations.
You're lucky. Matt says PTL. You can say that again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Lynn says, did you have a reason? Did they have a reason? Yeah, I just explained it.
Yeah.
The property values are going up, even though the
They are.
lands
prices,
depreciate.
yeah.
So it
Prices
makes no
are going
sense.
up. That's what it is. Property values and prices are not exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. She says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate that. And Matt says, 6000 XP is new. It doesn't have the flickering, cutting out issues, supposedly. It also has a lot of things built into it that you normally need separate. Looks like a good little unit. Is it an all-in-one? Because that's what we have. We have an all-in-one inverter. It does charging from solar, does inverting, and it also will charge off the generator. The 3-in-1s are great. Matt's Garage says to John Alaska, I'd love to have either a 83 Hearst Olds. I've had one. Nice car.
Really?
Oh yeah. Or an 86 Olds 442 with T-tops. And I had one of the, actually I didn't have one. My buddy had one, and I think I drove more than he did. Well, he got in trouble for DUI, and I drove him around a lot. Didn't want to put the miles on my truck. At that time, I think I had an 85 GMC step side. So I didn't want to put the miles on it because it had it would force me with a granny low. It would pull about anything, but it had next to no miles on it when I got it, and I didn't want to jack them up. And Billy says, Sarah, I'm a homebody too.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being a homebody.
Nothing.
And there's Tiffany. Come on. There it is. Tiffany from Canadian Family Life says, hey, y'all.
Hey, Tiffany.
Good to see you, Tiffany.
Yep.
Tiffany, I had a problem with my sourdough. I had to restart my starter.
Yep.
I forgot to feed it for a couple of days, and it got too warm and went bad. So I've got another one I started to go
He
again.
started and it'll be fine. It'll be back. He'll get it.
Yep. Matt says it also
I had the
has.
same problem with yogurt.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep it going.
Matt says it also has 240 volt built in, so you don't need two of them as long as it looks the loads are under 6K. Yeah.
Mhm.
If we were actually talking today that in time, if I can get the mechanical shop all insulated, stuff like that, we're actually going to put all the batteries, inverters, and stuff in that, and use that as a central hub for everything, so I can monitor everything better.
Yeah.
And at that point, we'll probably invest in either a larger inverter, or we'll just use the two that we have because they're the same type, and just send one to the house and one over here. And the machine or the barn is just going to be straight up generator run, because the only thing that's really out there is going to be big power tools, and I'm not going to try to run those off the inverter.
Yeah, they need to be kind of separate anyway.
You know, and if any of our local Alaskan see a bandsaw, not a portable one, not one of the little tabletops, but a bandsaw for sale, reasonable. You know, I'm willing to pay, you know, a number of $100s to buy one, but I'm not paying. Everything I keep finding online is the Foxes, the Jets, or the Grizzlies, and I'm not paying $2-3 grand for a bandsaw. I can't. That's just too much. I need a bandsaw, and I need a new table saw, because right now I'm working with a DeWalt that's like this big. That the table's like that. I don't even consider that table saw. Just because it's got a table on it doesn't mean it's a table saw.
Yeah, and it really limits us on finishing things like the floors.
Well, the table saw is totally done right now. I can't even get it to turn on. I'm going to probably pull it apart here in the next week when it gets a little warmer out, and see if I can figure it out. But I've got to get something, because I have work I've got to get done in the house.
Yeah.
We've been working upstairs. We're not going to tell you exactly what we've done, because it's an upcoming video. But now I'm at the point where I need one of those two to be able to finish up building everything in the house. You know, my goal this winter was to finish the house, and I don't think it's going to happen unless I can come across a table saw or a bandsaw really fast. I found one on.
I'm willing to work my studio into something that's not, quote, finished. So there's that.
Yep.
And right now my studio is piled in a big heap on a table, and under the table, and all around in the corner in the bedroom.
Well, that's because we've been working in that area. That's why it's like that.
It is. But I can't sleep in chaos.
And Alone says, sourdough, I don't have any plans for solar or a generator. The more I think about it, the more I think I don't need it. Yeah. Alone, honestly,
you've got what you need.
You'd be best off with a good UPS system, just in case you have a power outage, like during a live, like we've had before. And it keeps it up and running for a few minutes. I mean, unless you want to go totally off grid, I wouldn't worry about it.
No.
You know, your system would be fine. You can just invest in a couple of good, you know, UPSs, and you'll be good. Our
UPS was a delivery system.
It is. It's uninterrupted power system is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
And Tiffany is greeting Billy. Everybody's greeting one another, and there's somebody new I haven't seen before.
Canadian.
That is. Oh, that's Molly from Pest Hunters. Hi, Molly. Good to see you in here. And there's Cordless Tool. Howdy, howdy. All you fine people. Good to see you in here, Power Tool. No, that's Cordless Tool. Sorry.
Cordless Tool.
Yep.
Wonderful things.
Yep.
You don't trip on them and pull the plug out inadvertently in the middle of something that shouldn't be pulled.
Exactly. Alyssa's greeting everybody. And there's Mike. Good to see you, Mikey. Mikey is from Drake, Mass, not far from where I grew up.
Oh,
good to
wow.
see you.
Yeah.
He was on Steve's Woodworking and Homesteads live the other night.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember any of the roads in Drake, because I got friends and family still down in that area too. And I hadn't talked to a lot of them in many, many years. They were on a lake, and I can't remember the name of the lake.
Oh.
Everybody's greeting one another. Malone says, my needs are so minimal for electricity that if power goes out, it really doesn't bother me unless I have a live stream, or you're trying to edit, or you're trying to record. We know how it is. Well, we don't. Well, we do, but we don't, because we don't have that issue here. So,
no, we don't.
Good. How's the picture quality, guys? Just so I know. And it looks like I'm about 10 minutes behind on comments, so I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm skipping over all the greetings. Ashley's dropping links. Mike is greeting Molly.
Nice.
Scott's dropping links. And Hogan says, Claire, I have seen, is very happy to have her the big generator at the house. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Claire
big.
Claire has all
town.
her sewing machines too, John.
Oh, yeah.
So she's
Huge
always
draw.
wanting to do her sewing, whether it be the quilting or whatever. So she likes to have her power.
In the mitts.
The Claire that John's talking about is the one that made Sarah and I's hats and gloves. Yeah, the beaver and the fox.
There's nothing prettier than a silver fox.
I can think of a few.
What?
You.
I am a silver fox.
Wrong kind. Scott's hey to alone. What's new? This one here, man, I tell you. P&J says to alone. We just left many comments along the way. We're all caught up. Watched all your videos. There you go.
Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed them all.
She's talking to. Well, yeah, we hope you enjoy Alone's videos too. Yes, definitely.
I'm sure you did.
And
Hers are way fun.
Sourdough says to alone.
Way fun.
I totally agree. Money wise, wait for a good deal on a small generator. Even then, only reason would be for refrigeration. 6 months outside is free. Exactly.
It's true.
And that's why when we built the Arctic entry here, we're actually going to move all the freezers into that. And I'll probably build a refrigerator system in that as well, where I can have it super insulated and just do a slider door like Boss of the Swamp does.
Yeah, that'll be easier because the trail, the path from here to the moose coffin gets dumped on by roofs.
Yep.
And it's really hard to shovel your way through it. And that's my job.
That's not her job. She just goes out and does it.
Well,
I generally do a lot of that stuff, but she's been sneaking out doing a lot of it lately.
Yeah.
I think she wants to be outside.
Sarah, I do better outside.
We find that if Sarah sits inside too much, she gets nauseous. She don't feel well. You stick her outside for about 20 minutes and she perks up really fast. And Billy says to alone, I have a generator and transfer switch but if power goes out, I'll wait it out until the last 2 hours, at least 2 hours before I even think about starting a generator. Right. Well, your refrigerator and your freezer are not going to thaw out in 2 hours.
No.
So nothing wrong with that.
Good plan.
And actually, taxes equal give me.
Yeah.
Everybody's greeting Mikey. And there's Sean in Alaska. Good to see you.
Hi, Sean in Alaska.
Until you hit 65. What's 65,
what?
Sean? Elaborate, my friend. I'm behind, so.
Yep, sorry.
We're about 10 minutes behind. Everybody's greeting Sean. Alone says P&J. Thanks for the binge watching my videos. I need to get caught up on comments. We all tend to get behind.
It's hard because we have all the maintenance to do on keeping ourselves going.
Huh. Ward says down here when you hit 65, no more property taxes. Is that up? Is that okay? Is that the same up here, Ward, in Talkeetna? Well, the problem is the property is also, it's in both of our names.
It is.
You're past that mark. I'm not.
And you're not.
So that's probably why we still have taxes.
Yeah, it could be. But they're not prohibitive.
Yeah.
We can swing it.
I could go outside and make a few things out of wood and make enough money in town selling them to pay for the taxes. Right. And there's Sean greeting Ashley and all. And there's Ward greeting Sean. Alone says to Sourdough, exactly. All I really need electricity for is freezers. And as you said, 6 months and no biggie. Exactly. No biggie. We got the world's biggest refrigerator sitting right outside.
We do.
And we've actually done that a couple of times when we went to town. We'd pack a cooler full of ice in the spring or in the fall and just shut the refrigerator down so we don't have to worry about the batteries at all while we're in town.
Right. It worked. Worked just fine.
And Scott's dropping Alone's link, says one and only Miss Alone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mike, 180 in taxes. Gary, New Hampshire, Texas are cheaper. No, they're not. Mikey, my dad still get 18 acres in Derry, and he has ag tags on that 18 acres, and his taxes are around $17,000 a year. It's not taxes. I'm sorry. It's an assessment fee. It's not property taxes because New Hampshire doesn't have taxes. They have assessments.
Yeah.
If he didn't have that ag tag, it'd probably close to $25,000, $30,000 for his 18 acres.
Just
and that's ridiculous. You know, the man's 80 something years old, late 80s. and they wonder why all these old timers are leaving the area because they can't afford the taxes.
Yeah.
Especially-
I sold my property in upstate New York because the taxes were outrageous. And they
that's New
were,
York. They're horrible
upstate,
anyways.
middle of nowhere, dirt road off a dirt road.
Right.
I did have some property. I had a couple of cabins. They were not off grid. I was on the last pole and I had to pay a poll tax for electricity.
Yep.
And, but and it was seasonal. I'll grant it was seasonal, but it was taxed as, I can't remember what it was taxed as, what the name was. Recreational property. And there was nothing there except what my brother dug a pond and my dad helped and we put in this and that and the other thing. It was nice.
Yep.
But we couldn't afford the taxes.
No, it's New York State is even stupider on taxes.
It was really high. And my brother had to sell most of the property of the old farm just to keep the house and 5 acres.
Yep.
The taxes are exorbitant. They charge them like we were in the city.
Yeah. That's how New York is. Follow Velasquez says, Ashley, you're right. I have no desire to rent our land from the government.
Exactly.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Sean's greeting Ward.
Mm.
And RM says, hi, first time live with you. Learned about you through Miss Annie alone. Well, good to see you in here.
Glad to see you. And thank you for stopping. And we hope
We
you
appreciate it.
enjoy.
We always enjoy seeing more folks come in, especially from our other friends, like Alone and Last Cut the Cord and Mike and Ashley. I mean, we have so many different channels on it. P&J. I mean, we have we have
John,
a lot of
yep,
good channels coming
we
in here
do.
that hang out with us on occasion, and we follow a lot of amazing, YouTube content creators here.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, see, now we're here, on March 17th, St. Patty's Day, starting at noon, we are going to have a live starting at noon. Like I said, it's going to be Sarah and I, Alone, and Adam and Phyllis from Last Cut the Cord. And we are going to answer all your questions that we can, to our knowledge, the best of our knowledge, about Alaska.
Yep.
So if you want to check that out, make sure you come in and ask your questions. And if you just have questions for each of us about us, you're more than welcome to ask them. But if you have questions about Alaska because you're not here or you want to learn more, feel free to ask. And if we don't know, we'll try to find out.
Yep.
So make sure you check that up, put that on the calendar. I believe Alone has a live setup for it already. We'll also get live setup for it on our channels. So you can watch from any one of our channels and it'll all be good.
Could be fun.
Well, it's going to be fun. It's St. Patty's Day. Come on.
Oh, well, that's true.
I'll have my kilt on.
Ooh. It's green plaid.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have any green beer though. I
I
don't have any beers. Well, I have beer. I don't have green beer.
We don't have any food.
Sean, how do I
coloring.
make green beer? That's Sean in Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's greeting one another. And Alone says to Billy, you're smart to wait. That is how I am with purchases.
Mm-hmm.
If I still want it after waiting, then I'll make the move. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
We try not to rush into anything and make spontaneous purchases because spontaneous purchases are a pain in the tush. Because a lot of times you don't really need it and it winds up getting shelved.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer if it sits more than 6 months without me touching it, I don't really need it.
And it's hard to get rid of things up here.
Yeah. Only thing that's not the case is like firearms, things like that, because those are things you never know if you're going to need. Zuby hair.
Where is he?
Zeus. He's in his room.
Okay.
I shouldn't say his name too loud. He'll come over and punch
he'll
us.
come out and play.
So Troy
Did you
says,
see him?
yeah, I can see his feet.
Okay.
Troy says, I had a 72 Hertz 442 in high school, but the car I miss is a 71 GTX. Yeah, the GTXs were nice cars. And Sean's greeting, folks. And Alone says, thanks for understanding P&J. Scott's dropping links. And as always, I'm just skipping over any of the everybody greeting one another. Like I said, if I see somebody come in, I will greet you. If I don't, let me know. Sarah will hit me for it. But if you have a
but
question,
not very hard.
if you have a question, give us a thumbs up. Let's see if this dumb thing's going to work today. No, it's not
It's
going to
not
work.
working.
I don't know. It's temperamental. My computer updated, so now it's being stupid.
Just like Susan knew.
Yep. So, but if you have a question, give us thumbs up or tag us in it, and we'll make sure we answer your question. Ashley says, Rob, could you make out feed attachments and extend your table out? What do you mean?
I don't get it. But I'm
make feed attachments and extend your table
oh,
out.
for the sawmill?
Oh, for the if it's for the
sawmill?
sawmill, probably.
Or
I
even
don't know.
a
It
different
depends
saw.
on what Ashley's
He's talking
asking
about.
about.
Yeah. He's
Oh, you're probably talking about the table saw. I have built something for it, but the problem is it's just wide, actually. It's just wide, and if I start pushing something through it, it's a pain in the butt. Like I said, it won't even turn on right now, and I don't know what's going on with it. It's been here a long time, and honestly, I'm not a big, huge DeWalt fan. I've had too many of the tools burn up. So,
yeah, everything that has ever been brought up here by anybody is still here.
yep. And Ward does have a point. He says, "You have a skill saw, turn it into a table saw." Actually, I've got a worm drive. I've got one of the big old skill saw worm drives. If you've seen the TV show with Jim and Nancy from Railroad Alaska, it's the one Jim bought on the show. And it's a beast. I use that on a regular basis. You actually see me use that when I cut the burl in that video.
Yeah, it worked just like as a mitten.
Yep. And Sourdough says, Rob, I might have a great deal for you if you can wait. It's a shed and it's old. It's Craftsman, cast iron. I will send you an email. Not a problem, Sourdough. Send me that email. I mean, I don't have a problem waiting. I just gotta, if I can find it, if it's a table saw, I can find a cast or a bandsaw and do what I have to do. I can manage with that. But a table saw would be really good. But yeah, send me a message. And Ashley says, I have 2 bandsaws and 4 table saws. Some of the stuff needs to go right.
Well,
bring something,
bring
Ashley.
it all.
Bring something. Make sure you bring at least one. Of each.
Yeah.
I mean, I still regret not bringing half my shop tools with me from when I had my boat service.
Yep.
I mean, even my buffers would have come in handy up here. As, put a couple grinding discs on them, stuff like that. I mean, at the end, I was buying Harbor Freight stuff because they lasted better than a DeWalt. I had a $500 DeWalt buffer, and it died within a week. The second one went for a swim. And after that, I'm like, I'm not buying $500 buffers anymore. I went to Harbor Freight, bought the cheapest ones they had, and they lasted me years. I had one that lasted me 3 years, and then it finally hit the drink. It's in the water, upside down, still running, doing circles, wrapping the cord around itself. I pulled it out of the water, dried it out. It lasted about another 2 weeks before it finally, the salt water got to the cords and finally fried them. And P&J says, good night. See you all the next one at 8. Let's cut the cord. Not a problem, P&J. Good to see you. And we'll see you over there.
And shipping is so pricey up here. We would have brought a lot more. We probably should have brought his trailer.
Yeah, we should have brought my trailer, my work trailer.
And we could have brought a lot of tools, and we could have brought a little nice furniture.
Yeah, Sarah had a lot of nice furniture.
I had some good stuff.
I didn't have nothing really for furniture. I lived on a boat, so I didn't have any furniture.
I had high-end, beautiful things that are not only hard to replace up here, but almost impossible because
it's hard to find.
You can't find that.
That nickel-clad chest was really nice.
Oh, it was lovely.
That was really.
And Thomasville's out of business.
That would look good up here.
It would have been perfect. It was just rustic enough.
Mike, I don't know if you were saying goodnight because you're leaving. If you did, have a good night. If not, it's okay. Anybody's saying fine, good pick. John saying 5 by 5. Everybody's saying hey to Ruby. And Billy's saying see you there to Paula and Jason. Ashley says sewing machines. I have 6, I think, maybe 7.
Oh my gosh.
Ashley, get in touch with me because if you do move up here, I need something. And if it's something anything you have that it might be interested in, I'll purchase off of you, have you bring it up. I sold my sail right when I didn't sell it. I gave it to a local youth sailing club before we left, and I kind of kicked myself for doing that. I should have brought it up here because there's a lot I could have used it for up here. Didn't realize it.
We didn't know. There's a lot we didn't know.
Yep.
And maybe some of the things that we've learned along the way would be useful
Yep.
to some of you people who are
Well,
making considerations.
There's little incidences like, Dave from the Gnome said, he had that teepee. He needed someone to stitch up. I could have stitched that up
Oh,
for him. It
yeah,
would take me 20
absolutely.
minutes to sew it up.
Sure.
But, I didn't
And
have
a
the right
teepee is
machine.
a way fun thing.
Oh, yeah. And there's Monica. Good to see you, Monica Lynn.
Hi, Monica.
Says, hey, Rob and Sarah. Sorry I'm late. Had tons to do today. How are you guys? We're doing great, Monica. More so now that you're here with us.
Yes. I'm glad you're done with your tons of things.
Actually, hello, Monica, number 38. Monica was his 38th sub. That's why he says 38. Mike says, hey, everybody in chat. How are you guys tonight? Matt's Garage. I think the intervention is necessary, Ashley, right?
Yeah.
No, you can't say that because my mom hears you say that. She's going to get mad at you because she's got a lot of sewing machines.
she has
And
a
unfortunately, I have contributed to that fact.
You have.
When we were
You're
moving,
an enabler.
Yeah, I'm an enabler. When we were moving here, she does quilts, and
She does.
I'll
They're
take pictures of some of the
beautiful.
quilts. We have a lot of her quilts here, but I was feeling bad for her because I did a lot for my mom. So before we left, and I ordered her a top stitching system for her quilting.
Yeah,
It was we were halfway across. I'm like, you know what, sir, I'm gonna order my mom something as a surprise, and I ordered this thing up, and she was tickled pink when she got it in the mail. John says, silver honey badger.
Oh,
What are you talking about, Hogan?
what
I'm missing something.
is that? Fur?
Probably. Matt's Garage. Good evening, Monica. Everybody's greeting Monica. Ashley's dropping links. Monica's greeting everybody. I'm just skipping over all that stuff so we don't have to worry about too much. And Sean says, property taxes. You get a huge breakup here at 65.
Oh.
Now, I'm not over 65 yet, so it's probably why
I'm
we're paying
way
taxes
over
still. I'll have to look into it. For the first 250,000, I believe our property's not worth that. So
no, it's not. Yeah.
Well, it depends on who you talk to. They'll assess it a hell of a lot less than it's actually worth and what you pay for it. Monica says to Matt's garage. Yeah, that's Matt's Garage. Clint and Billy, Rushing Wind. Hello, love you all. And Jerry says, we have a gen set and it comes on in 10 seconds. We need that because we have a hot wire to keep. Yeah, that's different. You have to keep those cattle
Yeah,
in.
you have to do that. Yeah.
And we're actually, Sarah and I are probably going to put in a hot wire system this spring to keep the bears out because I love my Sarah, but she doesn't pay attention. She'll be out there and she's like, she got blinders on.
Narrow focus.
She got the blinders on, and and I purposely snuck up behind her and grabbed her, and like rah, 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 rah. And she's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, that's what the bear said." The bear said, snack."
Yum.
Because she focuses so much. And Zeus, he's unreliable to tell you if anything's going on.
He is.
He's sleeping 90% of the time.
Yeah. He hangs around, but
like right now.
Yeah, he is out. You sure he's in the house?
Yeah, I can see his feet. He's in his room. He's in his Harry Potter room.
Oh my.
The bedroom under the stairs. And Monica saying hey to Jerry Butler, and Ashley's dropping links. Monica says, so happy to see you all. Glad I didn't miss the live. Geez,
yeah,
I'd be late for my own funeral. Well, don't do that. Hopefully you don't have to have a funeral for many decades. And let's see, Mike says, but in Hampshire, I thought that you could put your land in a trust and that you only pay the assessment on what you know. I wish that was the case. And matter of fact, I'll find out, Mike, because I got to call my one brother that's actually in charge of my dad's estate.
Yeah,
I've got 3 older brothers and 1 younger sister, and our oldest brother's taking care of dad, and the next older than me is actually the power of attorney. So I'll have him look into that and see if that's true. Because that's true.
Oh, that would help so much
money because the old man's ornery.
Yeah.
He may have dementia, but he's got good genes. He'll probably last another 25 years.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'd rather have my dad than a memory. Up until, the dementia hit, he looked like he was about 60, 65. Right. And he didn't change in like 30 years. And then all of a sudden, the dementia hit, and he looks like he's 100. But when he goes to the doctor looks at my one brother, and he says he's healthy as a horse except for his mind. He says he could live 20 years.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like,
Maybe
okay,
100.
and the thing is we want him to die at home, and we've done everything in our power to make sure that he can stay at home.
He's lived there his whole life.
Yeah, he was born and raised in a house.
Born and raised in.
He was born and raised there, and then he never really left. He was in the National Guard for a short time, and then when he got out of that, he went back to the farm, worked for his dad, and then I think it was in 64 or 65, he bought it from his father for $18,000. And at that time, there was a lot more land than we have now. Him and my dad and my grandfather sold most of the land off back in the mid 80s, to fund whatever, because we had two farms.
That really happened. In that era.
We had the one farm that we lived on, and then my grandfather had the Button farm, which was about 5 miles away. And that's where we had all the thoroughbreds and standardbreds. We kept a couple of the thoroughbreds at our place, because we were mostly produce. And my aunt did all the race horses. We had a few, and we also had show horses. My mom did barrel racing and stuff like that as well. So, we always had critters, but the farm that my aunt has, she put it in, or the state approached her because she's surrounded by Ballard State Park in New Hampshire. And they said, hey, tell you what, we'll give you X amount of money to buy your property, but you can keep it, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want, but it can never be developed. And of course, my aunt said, okay, I'll take your money. And they're like, the only thing you can put over there is a shelter for the animals. So promptly, she had my next oldest brother go over there and build a barn and a place to stow hay. And across the street where the main property is, one side has 100 acres and the other side has like 40 acres on the road. And the side where the 40 acres are is where the main house is. And unfortunately, both of our houses were built 250 years ago. It just, the thing just did the thumbs up. It's a little slow, but the houses are real old. So both my dad and my aunt are aging out, and Dot hasn't really cared for my grandfather's property down there. And it's falling down slowly.
That's
I mean, in all honesty, all the years I went into that farm when I was a kid, I only saw 2 rooms in that whole house.
Wow.
The kitchen and the bathroom. Kids weren't allowed in the rest of the house. And I'd really love to go into the house and find out what's in there. But the farms have been in the family.
Wonderful. It could be nothing left.
The farms have been in the family for over 100 years, both buildings. Because one side was my grandmother's on my dad's side, and one side was my grandfather's. And when they married, they were joined in together. So it's just the old style. I mean, the house I grew up in was originally built in the 1600s. It was one of the oldest structures in our town.
Yeah.
Though a lot of people debate it because it did burn down and did get rebuilt, but it was partially rebuilt. It was built to the way it looks today in 1745, rehabbed in 1865, and then we redid it in 1985. 1885, yeah, right. I'm not that old. In 1985. So there's a lot of history with the house, and all the properties. So I'm rambling and I'm getting further behind. I'm sorry.
That history is gonna be lost.
Yeah, a lot of the history is gonna be lost. One of these days I'll talk about the farm life when I was growing up, because it was quite fun. I don't have no complaints about my childhood. This is Living Free Alaska. Good to see you guys in here. So hello everyone. I almost missed this. Have been paying taxes, helping Gary make pretzel bites. Yummy. Ooh, pretzel bites. Can you do that on sourdough?
Probably.
I'm sure you can. Actually, we have a couple pretzels left. I'll have a snack on them left tonight. Yeah, but he's greeting everybody. And Ashley's dropping links. Matt says to Living Free Alaska, your ears must have been burning. We were complaining about property taxes currently.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Oh,
yeah. Because you guys get a nice big home. I hate to do your property taxes. Like, oh my.
Yes.
And that's Miss Stacy from Living Free. And Alone says, hi to RM. So glad to see you here. Sorry I missed you earlier. Yep. Hey, there's AK Froggy down in Houston, Alaska. Good to see you. I hope your trip to Thailand went well and you got everything accomplished you needed to do. And it's good to see you back on here. I'll probably see you on Garden Like a Vikings next live. That's where I met AK Frog, was in there.
Oh, nice. Mhm.
So it's just dropping in here for a few minutes. We're building a display wall so that we can get it ready to install the wood stove in the new house.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
great.
Very good, very good. I'm sorry I'm behind. So if you're still
Oh,
here, hi.
yeah.
If not, I'll get a hold of you.
Right. Yeah.
And Monica says, I want someone to send a black background picture to my friends from my phone that says, it's dark in here, guys. Y'all, after I die, that's horrible. I know, but I'm a jokester.
That's
Oh,
funny.
Monica, you're funny.
That's funny.
Living Free says, oh, man, I feel you.
Mhm.
Right? Everybody's greeting Froggy and greeting Living Free Alaska. And there's Alaska Cut the Cord. Good to see you in
Yay.
here.
Hi, guys. Great segue.
Let's see, alone. She's checking back and forth. Yep.
Mhm. Nice.
Sunday, March 17th at noon.
Right.
Alaska Standard Time, live
Q&A.
Alaska question and
Nice.
answers.
Yep.
And Sean Alaska says, oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
It's Sunday this year. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Woohoo.
And Alone I think that's probably
Yep.
the link to Alone's for the live that we're going to be doing.
Yep, we'll do hers.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
you're free to join whoever's live you want for that one there. You know,
Yep.
this is
We're
more of
posting.
a fun and information live.
Right.
So we're
It's
not all
kind of a
worried about who
party.
gets to watch
Yep.
ours. We're just going to
We're
have
just
some
gonna have
fun
some
and
fun.
answer some questions and drink some green beer. Maybe.
I don't drink
You
beer,
don't drink
but I'll
beer.
drink green
Well,
something.
She's got a red something, so I might have to get a little bit of food coloring when I go in town.
Oh my, that will make red and green. You know they make brown.
Shh. They'll put the olives in, or they're not the olives. The
Cherries.
cherries.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Oh no, I'll put a shirt on too. Not just a kilt.
Yeah. And not just a throw over.
There's
Yeah.
Arlen. Good to see you, Arlen. How are you? Says that sounds great. I'm looking forward to the Alaska question and answer forum. Exactly.
It's
So
gonna
are
be
we.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a blast. And be ready because it might last a while.
Oh,
You know,
it could be
you've
a
got
party.
us two who have Bush syndrome, so you know means
Oh,
we do a lot of this. You have Adam and Phyllis, who they're in town, they get to socialize, so you know they get to talk. But then you have Alone too, who's isolated, so she might get Bush syndrome and talk a lot
She
too.
might have
But
been
that's
too.
fine. So
Yep.
we're gonna have probably a lot of laughs,
Mm-hmm.
a few drinks, some more laughs, and a lot of answers. Hopefully we have answers.
Well, they may not be the right answers, but they'll be answers.
Right? Depends on what we have to drink. I'm just kidding. I don't really
No.
drink much.
He doesn't. And I have one Manhattan every day, but sometimes only half.
Everybody's
Put it
greeting
in
Alaska Cut the
refrigerator.
Cord and Ireland.
Mhm.
And Sean Alaska says Sean does not drink green beer. LOL. Stout only on that day. Ha ha ha. Actually, I might have to bring in. So if I go into town, I'm gonna have to bring back some Guinness.
All right.
I haven't had a Guinness in ages. Or well, no, Tennant's really isn't Irish beer. That's an English beer.
I don't know. I don't drink beer.
I'm not a big beer person, but I do
just
enjoy one
can't.
sometimes.
Sorry. A lot of people like it.
AK Froggy says to Monica, hi there, good to see you. See everyone again.
Yes.
Yes,
good
it
to
is.
see everyone.
Troy says, I'll be there for the live.
Yay!
Right?
Yay,
Good.
Troy.
It's going to be fun.
It will.
It will be fun. And we've got about 30 minutes before we go over to Adam and Phyllis'
Oh,
live.
and that
So
is a party.
I'm trying to get caught up. And again, if you have questions, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let's see if this stupid thing works.
Nope, it's out of order.
There it goes.
Oh my!
Now I can. Is it going to do it? No. There it is.
There you are.
It worked finally. If you have questions, give us a thumbs up or tag our name in it. And we'll do the same system when we have the main live. If you have a question for any individual, whether it be Sarah and I, Adam and Phyllis, or alone, just tag our channels and we'll make sure we get to your question. It's probably going to be a busy live. So
I
be
hope
ready.
so.
Because we have a lot of subscribers. We don't have a lot of subscribers. We have a good
But
amount of
everybody
subscribers. So
does
does
have a
Adam and
bunch.
Phyllis,
Yeah,
but Miss
Mhm.
Alone draws them in.
a bunch and a bunch and a bunch.
So it can probably get a little hectic, and that's okay. We'll keep up. And Sourdough says, I can see it now. Great live coming. Sip,
Bagpipes.
bagpipes,
Sip.
sip, kilt show,
show,
skip,
skip.
sip.
Sip.
I don't have bagpipes. I never learned to play.
No.
I had somebody gave me a practice piece, but I never had a chance to do anything with it, and then it disappeared.
Oh.
I don't know where it went.
Hmm.
It was on the boat, and that's when I usually
Wow.
practiced when I was out at anchors.
Oh yeah, way out.
Nobody wants to hear me trying to learn the pipes.
My neighbor in the backyard played pipes.
Yes, I remember that. We used to do
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yep.
In the summertime when I lived on a boat, I had friends that would go to Nantucket every summer, and I would take over their house for the summer and do maintenance work, things like that for them on their boat and on the house. And there was always a guy down at the end of the canal every night at sundown would play the pipes.
Yep. And my neighbor in a different neighborhood played pipes.
Yep.
And they met sometimes, probably everybody we knew and people we didn't know.
Yep.
Met on the beach and played pipes.
Troy.
Nice.
Yeah, come on. Where's it? It ain't gonna go. There it goes. Drinking Alaskan duck farts. And that is a real drink.
Oh.
And I don't have any Crown, so I can't make it, but I think I got everything else. Maybe I'll pick up a little nip of Crown when I'm in town, and I'll make one and show you guys what it is. Yes, it is a real drink.
Oh my.
Hey, there's Madhu Nada. Nanda. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Good to see you in here.
I don't know.
They've been in here quite a few times. Oh, yeah.
I'm out of the loop. My memory's not good.
Yep.
Spacey.
Yeah,
Nice
but
to
it's-
have you here anyway.
Yep. Everybody's greeting them. Scott's dropping links.
Nice.
And we're slowly getting caught back up. And actually, no, I'm about 20 minutes behind now. Oof,
Oh,
it got
my.
worse.
Uh-oh.
AK Froggy says to Ashley Anderson, hi again. I think it's good to be
It's
back.
good to be
Yes, it
back, yeah.
is.
Mhm.
And there's Regional Sky Girl. Good to see you. If you haven't checked out her channel, you should. She's another great friend I met through Tuber Chat.
Nice.
And Matt Scratch says to Sourdough, there goes the family rating for that live. Right. No. And follow Alaska's take.
Fresh water to the coop. Chickens.
Yep.
Back in time for you guys to see them. Okay.
And Mike says, see you in a few. Follow Alaska, right? Everybody's greeting Regional Sky Girl. Regional Sky Girl's greeting everybody, and see if we can get caught
Excellent.
up a little bit here.
Lovely.
And Butler Family Farm says to Monica, sorry, I just saw you said hi.
Oh.
And Regional Sky Girl says, what type of things do you need?
Hmm.
I'm not sure which part she's coming in on that.
Yeah,
So
right. I lost the loop.
Maru says, I have a sewing machine for alterations only.
Oh.
I like a good, strong industrial style machine because I do leather work and stuff like that, and it comes in handy for me. And I do anything from canvas to sail work. So, and there's Beto. Good to see you, Beto, from Brazil. Good.
Nice.
Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully Brazil is treating you well. I think you're from Sao Paulo, if I remember right. I can't remember.
It sounds familiar, but I could be wrong.
It's if it is Sao Paulo, that's where Dora's from.
Oh,
And
yes, it
Clint,
is.
Clint
Dora.
says, got to run
Dora,
for
Dora.
now. Hopefully see everyone over at Alaska Cut the Cord in a bit. If not, stay
Yay.
safe, everyone. Exactly. You
Take
have a
care,
great,
Clint.
we'll see you over there, Clint. You know we'll be there.
Yep.
Got to go over and give Adam and Phyllis a hard time. And Sean's greeting Beto. Everybody's greeting Beto and back and forth. There's Tony from our cabin in the woods. Tony says, Rob and Sarah, I am listening. I'll be watching in a few minutes. Not a problem, Tony. Hopefully you're doing
Lovely.
good.
Yes, good. Cabin in the
Yeah.
woods here.
And then Beto and AK Froggy are speaking a little bit of Portuguese back and forth.
Fun.
And Mike says, unfortunately, I got to go. It was nice to hang out with you for a little bit. I do a live stream with Stevie and the others Friday night around 10 Eastern. Not a problem. I will catch you again.
Okay, yeah.
I'll catch you again. I was happy. I've been trying to catch one of Steve's lives for months, and I finally managed to catch him.
Good.
So, but I've got you on my mark there, Mikey. So we'll chat soon.
Good.
I'm trying to get caught up and see. AK Froggy says, Property taxes, you get a huge break if you are in unorganized bureau, none at all in the Matsu. So you get a break after 65. Yeah. I'm probably going to say it's probably because I'm not 65 yet. That's why we're not catching a break. And AK Froggy says that was an unorganized borrow autocorrector, right? And our Kevin Woods says hello to Ashley. Everybody's greeting Beto and Tony. And Ashley's dropping links. Ashley's reminding people don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that, Ashley. It does help the algorithm, so please feel free to do that.
Sweet, Ashley. Thank you.
Follow Alaska says to Matt's Garage, she is in a good mood today, and I failed to take a camera with me. Haha, happy to report double production from the hens, though.
Yay.
8 beautiful frozen eggs.
Yes, right.
You're doing better than
That's
us.
it.
Ours haven't laid an egg in about 2 months.
Huh.
But that's okay. If they don't want to lay right now, that's fine by me. They'll be laying them quite a bit here in the next month or so, starting in another month or so.
Although some of them are in their going into their third year.
Now,
that's
we got 2 of them that are going into their 3rd year.
Orange.
All right.
I like her.
She's not going to die just because she doesn't make eggs.
I know. We won't.
No, I'm not going to cut her head off. Living Free Alaska says, yes, we made it from sourdough. Nice. Yay. I'll have to get in touch with you and get that recipe. I like pretzels. I have made pretzels already. It's just not the bites.
Great.
And Monica says, if I missed anything from anyone, I'm sorry. Doing laundry, listening. Not a problem,
laundry.
Monica.
Ew, I'm so sorry, Monica. Listening's okay. I hate laundry.
RM says, thank you for taking the time to chat and hang out. Makes the lonely, painful time pass easier. God bless you both. Not a problem, RM.
Yes.
That's what we're here for. We do these lives for you guys. So you can, learn about us and chat back and forth with everybody, because a lot of people in here will see each other in the comments on videos, but not really interact. So we try to do these lives so everybody can interact.
Yes.
Us with you with us, and other YouTubers
us.
And each other. It's a good way to interact. I mean, we're in the bush. We don't get a lot of interaction.
We don't get out.
I've been out 3 times this winter.
I went
and
out.
One was for like 1 day. I was gone like 5 hours.
Yeah. That was long enough.
Yep. Too long.
Everybody's
talking about chickens.
Chickens.
Monica's greeting Tony. AK Dog Mom says, Living Free Alaska, those pretzel bites look awesome, right? All right, I'm so sorry I missed you earlier too, Miss Annie alone. Follow Alaska says, ours are ready as well, Matt's Garage, but we currently in the second winter. LOL, yeah, we just started our second winter too. By next week, we'll be in our second. No, we're in our second.
Our second one. Yeah.
By next week, we'll be in our second spring.
Yes.
AK Froggy and Beto going back and forth talking in Portuguese. And AK
so
Dog
fun.
Mom says to Sean, Alaska, what is your recommendation for a good stout? Right? And Follow Alaska says to us, I don't like beer and bread.
Yes,
Angry
beer
Orchard
bread is wonderful.
Angry Orchard Apple makes a great loaf. Oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to
There
try
was
that.
a place in West Virginia that made beer bread.
I haven't made beer bread in a long time. When I find a nice recipe, I tend to stick with it for a while. And then on off days, sometimes I'll make an extra loaf or two just to see how it comes out. Like I was playing a lot with the sourdough recipes for soft crust, and I found some really good ones.
I still like that big fat one.
The first one I did? Yeah, that was good. Living Free says, I got to run, but we'll try to drop into Adam and Phyllis and live in a bit. Have a great day, everyone. Not a problem. You have a great day as well. AK Froggy says, good to see everyone. Curmudgeon, Alaska. See you at Garden Like a Viking. He's on fire now, ready for the big upcoming gardening season, right?
Yeehaw.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good information. I mean, that guy he's got his stuff together on all the gardening. And Brick Trust says, there once was a man from Nantucket, right? Don't finish that. Well, it depends on which version you know. AK Froggy saying bye to the Beto. Remember, your Sky Girl says, oh, I was asking what types of things do you need when we're talking about sewing machine left behind. I'd like to find a semi-industrial machine so I can do some heavy duty stitching on leather, things like that. A lot of people like me, you know how to sew. Yeah, I was probably the last class in school that actually they taught home economics to, where we had to learn to cook, which I knew how to cook better than the teacher did, and we had to learn sewing and stuff like that. So yeah, I learned how to sew. I mean, I think 6th grade, I made my own trench coat for school for a Halloween costume. And then being on the boat, I was constantly making things for the boat, whether it be foul weather cloths or lee cloths, all kinds of different things. I mean, I've made my own sails. I mean, you need to be versatile in what you know how to do, because if you don't, if something ever happens, who's going to do it for you?
Yeah.
Do what you can for yourself. And there's Bill from My Alaska. Good to see you in here, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Maru says, Rob, what is your drink this evening? I'm actually having a Harvey Wallbanger.
It's an orange thing.
Yes.
Oh.
The Bartmans were up here the day when we were talking about it, and Harvey Wallbangers came up. So I was actually in the mood to have one because I had all the ingredients. So I made a Harvey Wallbanger. Skipping over all the greetings, and Ashley's dropping links.
Nice.
Everybody's greeting Bill. Bill's greeting everybody. And AK Frog says, see everyone later. Got to go back to work. Everyone enjoy Alaska Cut the Cord gathering. Yep,
yes.
Exactly. Everybody's greeting everybody. Let's see here. And Tony says, Bill, did you say you're going to 10 Killer meetup? Bill says it's very doubtful. Our cabin in the woods, we hit 80 today. Oh, that's too warm.
Wow.
And Boot Knife says, hello, Rob and Sarah and everyone else. Good to see you in here.
Hey, Boot Knife.
Everybody's greeting Boot Knife. Tony says, we only got 3 inches of snow. Is that for the whole winter, Tony? Wow. Alone says, hi, Boot Knife, and anyone has joined but not been acknowledged yet.
Yeah.
Maru's greeting Alone. Everybody's greeting Alone again. And Matt's Garage says, we had the big 4 in school: sewing, cooking, wood shop, and metal shop. Also had rifle team.
Oh, we had rifle team.
Yeah, we did too, but that was for the high school.
Yeah, sure.
Most of our home economics and stuff were in junior high school. So later on, that was the rifle teams were introduced. And unfortunately, I think most of the places have done away with rifle teams now.
They have.
So it's not good.
No.
And I think I'm about caught up, which is kind of amazing.
Oh, my.
Yep, I am. Wow. Actually dropping links. And Matt's Garage says, good evening, our cabin in the woods. And Tony says, you've had 3 inches of snow all winter, Tony?
Holy smokes.
Hopefully you guys don't have a problem with drought.
Yeah.
And Alaska Court says, thank you to Ashley Anderson. I just got home from work. And it's got to be Miss Phyllis. It's too early for Adam to be home. Or it could be Adam getting home.
I don't know what time it is, so.
It is 5:27 p.m. Alaskan Standard Time.
Could be getting there.
Alone,
on the road.
Follow Alaska says to come on us. Holy cow, you're caught up. Just kidding, just kidding. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't start.
How
Don't
could that
start,
happen?
And Ashley's giving thumbs up to Alaska. Okay, so we are actually caught up, which is really strange.
That never happened before.
But it's because I skipped over a lot. Everybody greeting one another. And like I said, anytime I'm doing that, if I miss a question or miss you coming in, please let me know. I have no problem stopping and saying, hey,
whoops,
and giving you a thumbs up like that. Or, answering a question. We have no problem answering questions. If you pop things up, we'll get them. but save some of them for March 17th
March
because that's going to be a fun one.
It is.
And it's probably going to be a little fast paced. So if we miss anything, let us know. Keep asking the question. But we're going to have a few more lives before then. I might pass on doing one the next day on the Monday
Yeah,
because I
right.
might not have a voice left.
He is a
we'll
good
see, we'll see
chatterer.
what happens with that. Okay, nothing new. So is anything anybody wants to ask real quick? If not, that's okay. We could sit here and stare at you for about another 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Oh, my. We'll just send them.
Oh, there we go. Hang on. Matt's Garage says probably less than 9 inches total snow. Western PA this winter and now getting ready for a thunderstorm tomorrow in the mid-60s. Ooh.
Yeah, well.
Arlene says, hey, come on, Jen. New subscriber. Saw y'all. I'm rambling with the brooms. Keep been lurking in the background. Not a problem, Arlene.
Yes.
It's not a problem
and
at all.
good to speak up. Thank you.
Yep, we're glad you spoke up.
Nice to know you're here. We sometimes miss things.
Yep. You'll find a lot of good people in here.
Absolutely.
A lot of good YouTubers, a lot of good people just to chat with and get to know. We have really, really amazing subscribers, and we're happy to have all of them here.
Absolutely.
So, Ashley, if you would get ready to drop Adam and Phyllis' link for me, if you would.
Yeah.
Or Alone. Or Adam and Phyllis, you're in here too.
Yeah, they're here too.
If you ever have questions and you want to ask them ahead of time, you can always, email me. Our email is in our about page or about section. So when you go to our page, just click on the continue or about, and it'll give you our email address. Right. And feel free to reach out to me on there, or we are also on Facebook, and I'll get a link set up for that. You can look for Curmudgeon on Facebook as well. Let's see. And Ashley says, hello and welcome to Arlene. Everybody's greeting Arlene.
Absolutely.
And
Lovely.
Paulo Alaska says, this group is the best. Yes, I have a hard time saying no because we have met so many amazing people.
Great people.
Through YouTube. It's crazy. A lot of good friends being made. A lot of you don't know. But you see the Robert Bartman in here. The Bartmans were actually up at our place and spent their 50
their anniversary.
53rd or 53rd wedding anniversary up here with us. And it was a blast. They are amazing people, great people. We have another guest coming in tomorrow. It's our actual first paying guest. So it's, this is kind of starting to kick off. So it's kind of nice.
It is nice.
All of our hard work is finally going to start flowering and blooming and doing what we wanted to do by helping us make a little money. Maybe we're not broke, but
no, we're not broke.
Basically anything that comes into from the property renting is going to go back into the property, be it with making repairs, rebuilding, building new buildings, or buying more property around us.
Right.
Because there's a few lots around here we'd love to pick up.
Some glorious places.
Yep.
They're not for sale, but they might be available.
Yeah. You never know if somebody will sell until you ask them. I mean, there's a lot next to us that we could pick up right now if we wanted to, but I'm not paying the money they want for it. It's a little, to me, it's a little bit too high. So, Mark says, I'm actually washing stuff, but it's been in the closet kind of packing a sorting for the move, but I'm listening in. Not a problem.
Oh, yes. You can do two things at once.
Yep. Iris says, Mom, Lorraine sends a hug. Hugs to everyone. She enjoyed the great weather today, admiring the cows across the,
we
great
love
weather.
Cows.
Yep. No, we eventually, if we can get the property set up nicely, we wouldn't mind getting some mini moves. I don't know if I'd want a full-size cow up here because they eat a lot.
They do eat a lot.
But if we get a couple mini moves, that'd be tickle pink. And there's Steve and Susie's homestead, otherwise known as Steve's Woodworking and Homestead. Nice. Good to see one here. Says, hey, everybody. Sorry, I can't play. I'm painting the laundry room. Not a problem. You missed Mike. Mikey was in here for a little bit, Steve.
Yeah.
And Matt's Garage says, come on, Jen. Great feeling to see your hard work and vision paying off. Congrats. Exactly.
It is. It's a glorious way to live.
And but Manu says, Rob, how many rooms in the end? Well, the rental cabin is actually a 1-bedroom, but it can sleep 4.
Right.
There is the bedroom upstairs, and then we have a pull-out sleeper sofa. And it's not the one where you lay on it and your back hurts. It's actually got a really nice air mattress. It's a lazy boy. It's good quality.
It is. It's lovely.
And technically, if it's a family, we could fit 5 because, well, you guys, if you've seen the video, you see where the tub turns into another bed. But we also have the trapper cabin, which you'll sleep to as well. So anywhere from 5 to 7.
And it's so cute.
But the trapper cabin's not ready to rent. I've got to put a second point of egress out of that. So, and we get about 10 minutes for Adam and Phyllis starts. Yep. It's a true trapper's cabin. It's low slung. And I'll follow along. Alaska says, hugs back, Lorraine. Yes, definitely.
Oh, yes.
There's Sean from Let's Trade Paint. Says, hello, beautiful people. Good to see you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Anybody's greeting, Let's Trade Paint. Monica says, Rob and Sarah, we would love to take the train to stay at your B&B with you guys for a day or so after we move. Not a problem, Monica. Let us know when you're ready.
You would love it up here.
We get you up here. You're definitely not going to ever want to leave Alaska.
Oh, dear my God.
Everybody's chatting back and forth to Sean from Let's Trade Paint. Steve says, so by Alaskan terms, you could cram 12 in there. No, no, I don't have Alaskan terms. And there's Pendar. Good to see you, Pendar. Says, imagine finally caught you live. Yes, you did, Pendar.
Yay, thank you.
Good to see you in here.
Nice.
And there's Alaska Cut the Quarters live or link for their live, right? Right.
Good.
Right there. So make sure you go over and check them out here. They're going to be starting in about 10 minutes. And we're going to cut out in about 5 minutes so we can go over there and get ready.
Yes.
And we can just load up their commentary and just give them hell. So be ready for happy hour because those two are happy and they are a hoot. Adam and Phyllis become such good friends with us. We love them to death. They are amazing people. Make sure you check out their videos and support them as well.
Yep.
And see, Matt says, I was sad to leave. Can't wait for July. Right, Matt?
Oh, yeah.
And Matt, if you get more time, when you come up here in July, make sure you come up.
Absolutely.
We got room for you at any time. As long as we got a room open over there, or you can crash in the trapper cabin. Just don't expect heat because it's summer.
You won't
It's actually nice and cool in there.
It is nice.
Around 500 days and counting, says Monica. Ooh, you're getting there, Monica. Is the hubby ready? I bet he is. Follow us, says Monica. Move the date up. That's too long, right? That's same with Ashley. Ashley's got like 300 or 30 months for Ashley.
Really?
Roughly. Maybe might be down to 29 for Ashley right now.
That'd be good too.
Actually, Ashley, I think you'll be up here sometime in the next month or two, aren't you? Monica says, see you guys. Last cut the cord live in a few. Yes, definitely.
Yay.
Excuse me. Orange used to do that to me.
It will.
All right. So we get about 6-7 minutes for Alaska Cut the Cord starts. So why don't we all just run over there and bombard them, tell them that we sent you.
Yep.
And I want to thank all of our moderators for dropping links, greeting everybody, and making sure nobody gets out of line. Not that anybody really gets out of line on our lives.
Our friends don't get out of line.
So, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for showing up today.
Yes.
You guys are amazing. You guys are great. And you're the big reason why we're here.
And
you guys
also supportive.
Yeah, everybody is so supportive in here.
Very nice.
Make sure you check out any of the links for any of the YouTubers that are in here. If they're in here and their links are getting dropped, I can almost guarantee you they're really good people. We try to make sure we surround ourselves with people that we like to be like, and we like to be good people. And Alone, Monica, Adam, Phyllis, Ashley, Troy, Steve, Sean, or everybody that comes in, we try to be like them, be nice. You have to be nice. There's no reason to be stressed, no reason to be angry, no reason to be mad. Life's too short. Just be happy.
And we are deliriously happy.
There's you gotta be on top of the world at all times. It's the best way to do it. I mean, I understand you can't always be on top of the world, but you try to be. and just try to be, the best person you can be for yourself and everybody around you. But anyways, let's go over and torment Adam and Phyllis. Make sure you say that I sent you there, and we'll go over and pester them and enjoy that. And don't forget, we'll be back on next Monday for live. And don't forget about St. Patty's Day.
Yes, St. Patty's
That's
Day will
going to be a hoot.
blast.
That is going to be a hoot. Alone says, thank you again for the wonderful live stream. Love you both. We love you too, Alone.
Yes, and you take care, dear heart.
Tony says to Robin, Sarah, love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Let's go over to Adam and Phyllis's live. Let's bombard them, give them heck, and have a blast.
They can take it.
You know they're going to be already ready to go.
They can take it. They're ready.
Yeah. So let's go over pester them. We'll see you next week. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon.